Hey YouTube, it's Virtuous Woman 54, and I wanted to give a little mini update. I am 3 days away from my 3 week surgery, and I actually was able to eat some tilapia last night, which is huge for me because I have really only been able to have the liquids. And being able to chew and eat is just a blessing. Um, I also have been able to hold down some like creamed soups, uh, which is, a little thicker than the chicken noodle, which is mostly like clear broth. And I've been able to eat the noodles in it too. So I think I am ready to progress to the next soft food, not soft food, but the parade stage. Because I had just been hanging there in the liquid, kind of utilizing the protein shakes, broth, but I would just take the soups and strain them, water, crystallite, popsicles. Just because every time I would eat, it would just come back up. So I was very excited. It was like Christmas to eat. I ate half of a fillet of tilapia and it stayed down. I didn't have any, you don't feel quite like you normally feel. It kind of, you feel your belly's working, but it wasn't a sick feeling. It just, you know, just felt a little different. But I'm happy it stayed down. And I was gonna try sweet potato, but my dietitian, she said that when I introduce new foods, do them one at a time. And I figured the protein was more important than the sweet potato. So I think tonight I will try the sweet potato. I've also been able to eat cream of wheat, which is wonderful because it's like normal food for me. I take a little cream of wheat and Splenda and put in there, and amazingly, Splenda tastes like sugar to me now. Um, normally you taste that little aftertaste. I don't even taste it. It tastes it just tastes like real sugar to me right now. So I'm happy for that. I also been eating or drinking flavored milks, which I know isn't the best thing. I get these little purity containers of like chocolate and strawberry milk, and they're 1%. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not turning it the right way. Yeah, see, they're 1%. But my dietitian said that they have too much sugar, so I'm kind of finishing off what I bought. It's got 27 grams of sugar, so not a good choice. I thought I was doing good by getting the low fat milk. And, being on liquids, you need some flavor and taste. I was just bored, and that kind of held me over. So I'm going to give it up. But I had been drinking that. I had chocolate and strawberry. And it's kind of nice having them in the little containers because I could drink, half at one sitting and then maybe have half later. To be honest, one of those little containers might last a couple of days if I don't, have two servings in one day. But other than that, my weight actually stayed the same in the last. I guess I weigh every day, which I shouldn't, but I'm still at 254. Um, and I'm not disappointed about it. I think when I start to eat, it'll get better. And then my doctor said about 4 to 6 weeks, I can really start to exercise. I've been walking, not like an exercise walk. I just go to the stores and shop and walk. So that's been kind of my getting out, moving exercise. But at 4 weeks, I'll start doing some like elliptical, maybe some light aerobics. And he said 6 weeks, I should be able to just do whatever I want to do as normal. So hopefully by that time, I'll see more weight start to fall off, at least 2 pounds a week. But I'm really happy for the results so far. I was 274 on the day of my surgery. So to be at 254 in 2 weeks, you can't really complain about it. And I knew that it wouldn't continue to drop like it did that first week and the second week. Um, but what's interesting is for people who haven't seen me in 2 weeks, um, I do see some difference. I know there's a difference in the way you kind of feel in your skin, but the people, I saw one of my clients that I hadn't seen in a couple months, and the first thing she said is, "Wow, you're losing weight." And it's funny because I'm kind of talkative, so you almost want to tell it all. Yeah, I had surgery. But I just, I held that. I just said, well, thank you. I'm trying. And that's all I said. So I'm realizing that here soon, I don't have to have a response, but, how am I going to handle when people say, how are you losing all this weight? By no means am I ashamed of having weight loss surgery. Um, but I know that the opinions of others, may not be so liberal. And that's okay too. I had to do what I had to do. I could care less about, anybody else's opinion. My family, they're very supportive, but when you first say that you're considering this, they're hesitant because of the risk and just, anytime you go under anesthesia and you have somebody going in your body, there's some risk. And, like my father, he was one of those people who were just like, come on, I just, stop eating, start moving. And, I had told him, I said, I've been doing that since I was 10 or 12. And you know, it's interesting now to hear, his response. He told me yesterday that he understood why I did what I did. He saw some people who were real heavy. And he said, I don't want you growing to that point. I'm 31, and it'll be 270. And I have gotten up to 290 pounds last year. I mean, that's 300 pounds. And, I'm 31 years old. I've got three kids. I want to live. I want to live. And it's good to see that my family, now they get it. Especially as the weight starting to come off and they can see that, I, I almost don't have a choice now. It's not, where before you're dieting, you can say, I'm going to go and have this hamburger and I'll jump back on tomorrow. Not that you can't do this once you get past the healing, but you won't be able to slam. That's what I call it, slam. You won't be able to eat, you know, hamburgers and fries all in the same sitting. So it is a tool to kind of help me to keep me in line. Um, and I won't lie, I sometimes feel a little remorseful that I won't be able to just eat anything I want and as much as I want. Um, but it's I made the decision under a sound mind and a full belly, and it was the right choice. I'm just a little hungry now, so you're kind of like, oh, I want to eat whatever I want to eat when I want to eat it, and it's not fair. You kind of get grumpy, but I still don't regret it. I mean, that's the whole point, and every time I kind of look at myself sideways, you're in the mirror and you go, wow, I see some results. So I go, okay, scratch that. You don't need to eat anything you want to eat when you want to eat it. I'm just working to try to reprogram myself to get to the point where I'm eating to live and not living to eat. I still want to enjoy food, but I think it's gonna be kind of fun trying different recipes and trying to make things healthy. You can't eat a lot no way, so you might as well not waste a lot of money. Prepare small meals at home, and that'll last you a day or two. And even trying to incorporate things that your family can enjoy too. So it's kind of a challenge, and when I look at it that way, I'm excited about it. I've never made a chicken salad, never in my life. Um, and last night, I took some chicken that we had left over, boiled chicken. It's kind of smothered, boiled, and just chicken broth. And I put it in a blender and I pureed it with a little more chicken broth because it was dry. I put the broth in there so it could actually blend. And I took a little light mayo. I imagine people put, relish and maybe some boiled eggs in it. But I kind of just started there. And you know what? It tastes good. And I kind of laughed at it. I said, look at this. It's all mushy. I'm sure, when I'm not on parade foods, I could just chop it. But, I parade it because I know that's what it needs to be. And I kind of got excited because I'm like, wow, I'm going to try some things I've never tried before. I've never made a chicken salad. I've made tuna fish, or like a tuna fish salad. But, there's so much that I haven't done that I know it's going to be yummy and healthy at the same time. So There's so much to look forward to. There's things that I won't be able to do, but there's so much I will be able to do. And that's just the way I'm looking at it. So I didn't mean to ramble on like this, but I just wanted to share the good news of being able to eat fish. And I'm gonna try my parade chicken today, and I'll keep you updated. I'll try to do another video on Thursday, which will be exactly 3 weeks, and let you know my progress. So have a great day, and talk to you guys later.